All right. Let's just make sure levels are good. Audio is good. Yep, we're looking good. So in this one, let me pause it here real quick. Uh, I've been doing this over the last, I don't know, 6 months. This thing's taken forever. And I do want to live stream this once in a while just because it would help me out on the editing costs. So I may do the rest of this campaign live and then just edit it for a heavily edited video, like a recap video at the end, but we'll see what happens. I'm not too sure. But we've got, we're 1 year, 8 months, 1 days in. We got 199,500 kills, so pretty close to hit 200K. And we're about to hit Muldra. So I've cleared, and you can see I've gone through and literally cleared half of the map already. All of Rosewood's done. I cleared forests, I cleared prisons, I cleared military base up here. Oh, it erased all my stuff. What happened? Yeah, it didn't erase these, luckily. I cleared everything on this side of the map. So really it's just Muldra. I think this is West Point. Already cleared Riverside as well. So we're gonna head over here, and you can see I haven't gone into this town yet because I knew it was gonna be an absolute nightmare on my well, actually, no, I don't want to go near these cities because once you go near them, they spawn and then they'll start roaming out, and I don't want them to get out into the areas that I had already cleared. So that's kind of the reason for that. But anyways, let's start heading over there. I don't know if we're going to be able to fight our way in. And then the loadout we're using today is actually, let me show the stats because we almost have aiming maxed out. Almost everything's maxed out. We'll probably have everything maxed before we get to the end. Hey, Davey, what's up? There's a couple other things. If this is with the audio filter, it is doing its job, and then some. I don't have the AC on just yet. It'll turn on in a minute. So if it's oh, there it goes. It just turned on right now. So if you can still hear it, let me know. But you shouldn't be able to hear it too much. Hey, Sly. And Tardy Tank. Yeah, so if you can hear the AC in the background, just let me know, and I'll have to adjust my filter a little bit more. But I checked the recording, and it was much better. So anyways, this is all looking pretty good. A Rite Aid. Yeah, so the stats are all looking pretty good. I'm pretty confident we'll get through Muldra with maxed out aiming. The only thing that concerns me is reload. This one is just going to take forever. So it's working much nicer. Okay, good. Thanks, Finger. Anyways, let's start heading out. We also need to start worrying about our food. So if you look at our calories here, we are 78 and declining, which is not a big deal. We have food. And my biggest concern is I don't know if we're going to be able to break into Muldra to the point where we can actually use, like, start getting into the towns and raiding their pantries and whatnot. Bannerlord, Zomboid, great games, yeah. Picking all the good ones. So, let's start eating, I guess. Yeah, I've got some high-calorie food on us. The cereal and chips, I've got more in here in the trunk. And you can see I've got a massive amount of ammunition loaded up. Thought I did. Yeah, these are boxes. So 93 boxes of ammo. So quite a bit. And you can see I've got quite a nice little collection here. Yeah. It's typical Zomboid stuff. I did have a nice sports car. I ended up just completely wrecking it when I was trying to commute between places. So commuting is not really my thing. I tend to run into stuff because I get impatient and bored. So anyways, let's head out. We're gonna go up to Muldra. I'll probably do maybe 2 or 3 days of this, and then yeah, hey Dylan. Yeah, it's a big collection. You should see the amount of stuff I have saved up. I stopped collecting after a while, but you can imagine clearing half the map and collecting all the loot from almost 200,000 zombies. It's a lot of loot. So, but anyways, the goal here, I think we're gonna try to. So for sure, we're gonna hit 200,000. We might hit it today. We might run out of time. It's already halfway through the day. So, zombies will destroy the boxes, but I killed everything around the area, so there's none to come in and harass us anyway. So we should be fine. And then, so the goal with Muldra is to finish aiming. I would like to get sneaking up. I haven't really done sneaking in a long time because I just was get distracted. Obviously, nimble and sprinting, we'll just get those as they go. It's not a big deal. But you can see there's still some random stragglers once in a while, but I've killed thousands, literally thousands of zombies on this part of the map. It's pretty crazy. Hey, Elder. I appreciate it, man. I'm not really too keen on wasting ammo on these guys. You can see, even with the knife once in a while, with max level, you're going to one-tap people, so. Spoon, this is like, we're on, what, day 600, and it's about 45 minutes per day, roughly. So, this run is very, very well into its... I would say we're probably into the mid phase. Trying to kill a million zombies. I don't know if it's going to happen. But I'm definitely going to give it a good try. It's just tough because it's going to take another, I don't know, 500 hours or more. I've already spent over 500 hours on this, so we'll see what happens. And it's starting to get a little bit more crowded up here. The closer up here we go. So I'm wondering if they did actually spawn in Muldra and break out. I didn't go up that way, so they shouldn't have. I think the closer you get to a chunk, the more likely they are to just pop in and spawn and then start roaming around. So that's why I tried to not go near it. But these could just be random ones running around. Now, I do have a temporary base here set up. It was kind of a stupid idea. I don't need a temporary base for towns because the thing with towns is they're really easy to clear. There's lots of food and shelter and everything else. We just need to fight our way in. So this was kind of a waste, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it. I have some emergency water and other stuff there. And I already cleared away on the highway, so we can easily get through here. Hey, Answer. Okay, here we go. This is the biggest town with 16x zombies that I've gone to yet, and the March Ridge was really, really massive. There were so many zombies. Like, I don't know, I think there were about 60 or 70,000 zombies just in that area. So this one's probably going to be more than that. This is probably going to be closer to 100 to 150,000. So I don't really know what to expect. Hey, Andrew. Bought the game because I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, oh boy. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to just use the knife for a little bit. Let's just kind of scout out and see what it looks like. Let's turn on our mod here. Yeah, I don't know how far away from the town we are. We're still not quite to the town. But I would imagine if we start shooting, it's going to draw a lot of attention. But I guess that's kind of what we're here for, so let it rip. Not a fan of the targeting in this game sometimes. It's kind of funky. Jam. Jams, please. Okay, pretty easy, and we gotta make sure we stay on top of the reloads here. It's pretty easy to get distracted and run out of ammo, so we're just gonna stay on top of it the whole time. Go. Actually, I'm kind of surprised there's not really anything coming out, so they must have wandered out here on their own. Yeah, let's move up a little bit. Hey, Argyle. I'm tempted to start honking. Oh, yeah. There we go. So this should be a pretty serious horde. No, maybe not. Now, I would like to keep them on one side of the road, just so I know we'll have an easy way in and out. Behind. Should be fine. Now, I'm going to let them get close. I don't want to spend 2 bullets per zombie, because, like I said, we're going to have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. And the last thing I want to do is having to 2-tap people. I'd rather just 1-tap everybody. So we'll just make sure they stay over on this side. Back up a little bit. I don't know if I'm short chopping it or if the game's doing that. It's weird. Every time I go to rack it. So this is pretty nice having. Oh, what happened? Having 10, almost 10 aim. At least when the game cooperates, it's nice. There it goes. What is going on? How did I miss 3 from the guy point blank? It's, oh, you know, it's shooting the people in the back. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, look at that. I missed a bunch. Oh, you know what? There's probably, I bet you it's because there's a minimum distance. There's probably a minimum distance. I can't shoot it that close. Yeah, this is the M14. It's pretty powerful, especially when you have decent aiming. Come off the ground easily. Alright, I don't know how many mags we got left. We got a couple full ones still, so we should be fine. I do wish it would aim at the ones that I'm actually aiming at, not just whatever the hell it wants to. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, winter, the Bannerlord one's going to continue. I didn't want to do it today because I don't have enough time to stream for more than maybe a couple hours. That one, I try to dedicate at least 8 to 10 hours. So we'll get back to that one at least on the weekend. It'll go every Saturday for sure, and then during the week if I have time. Alright, this is not as good as I thought it was going to be, actually. Right, let's actually just use the knife. I don't like how much ammo is being wasted here. It's kind of a bummer. Now, you might be thinking, oh, why is he using the knife? I actually have the most, of these 200,000 kills, I have more with the knife than anything else by a massive margin. So, the hunting knife is probably the best weapon in the game, in my opinion. If you're fighting massive hordes, it's really easy to manage, and you just about never get tired. I mean, you do eventually if you fight like a 200 or 300 size horde, but anything like 50 to 100, it's very easy to deal with. And it's pretty hard to get bit with this thing if you're moving. Just make sure, never stop to attack. You always want to make sure you're strafing sideways or walking into them or away from them. And then you'll be just fine. So. Game sound is bigger than the voice. Yeah, let me adjust that. Actually, you know what I should do is just do it in OBS. Turn this down. Alright, now let's see if... Yeah, this thing's pretty good at range. I mean, I say that, but then it misses a bunch of times again. I think maybe I was rapid firing too much. I probably gotta wait a little bit longer. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. That's not too bad. What are we at now? 653. So we need a few more. We ran dry. Let's go ahead and grab a fresh mag. See, this one's not fresh, and yeah, we got a lot of ammo. Let's just restock the mags. This is good. This is going to give us some aiming skill, or sorry, some reload skill, which we don't have a whole lot of. We don't have a whole lot of 5.56 on us, or 308 round. I mean, let's go get more 308. We got to go to our truck. I have a lot. There is a lot. So we have almost 100 times 40. So like almost 4,000 rounds. Let's do 3 boxes at a time. Let me get my chat back up. I can't see what you guys are saying. One sec. There we go. Hunting Knife Gang, yeah. It's a lot of jams, yeah, I know. Not very vanilla. Yeah, I tried to keep this one with just basically quality of life mods because it's kind of a challenge run. And usually those I like to do just in the base game. As much as I can, anyways. Let's keep reloading here so we don't run dry. Okay, what about... We gotta reload and then stock this one. Now we're gonna shove these in the backpack. We still got some. Yeah, we should be fine. And then we are getting hungry, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and start boosting up our calories. So why don't we just do that? I'm gonna eat 2 full boxes of cereal. And that'll get our calories just about to max. Not quite, but closer to where we need it to be. Here we go. How's our tiredness? We're not really fatigued yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do this on foot because I want to be able to get to the truck if we need to make a quick escape, because I don't know how crazy this is going to be. So far so good, but we're not even really in the town yet, so. I think like heavily modded stuff is good for just like if you're goofing off and you're just trying to have fun, whatever. But if you're trying to do like a challenge run, I think the mods kind of kill the fun. I see a lot of other people use some of these crazy mods and they're doing these quote-unquote challenge runs, and it just kind of, I don't know. To me, as a viewer, it turns me off a bit from watching it. So, but you know, everybody's in a different style, so not taking away from them, but okay. Can you shoot the one in front of you, like literally right in front of you? No, you refuse. Yeah, I was using the shotgun and the pistols for a while here to get up to level 9, and I'm so used to those. So, yeah, I don't... Oh, okay. So that's a pretty serious horde then. All right. Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be able to do it with this. Let's get as many kills as we can, and we'll just move the truck back. Yeah, this is obnoxious, man. This is really obnoxious. I don't know who it's shooting at. Yeah, for sure we're gonna have to move this back. It's a big horde. I mean, it's not big compared to the stuff I'm used to fighting. It's a pretty big one. It's definitely doable, but I don't want to get stuck, especially now that I'm live streaming. I know I get sidetracked here, and I'm gonna probably not pay attention. And I don't want to lose, you know, 500 hours of my run just because I'm, you know, doing whatever. So, what we got? We got 5 rounds in this one. Let's just reload. Alright, here we go. Now, we shouldn't be too worried about zombies coming from behind us. So we're mostly just managing what's in front. And I think this is reasonable. Yeah, as long as that massive horde's not all coming this way, it should be alright. Alright, we're gonna have to back up every reload. It seems like we can keep up with them up until the point where we have to reload. And there's another through the jam. There we go. Cutting it a little close. Yeah, especially when the aiming's not going to work. Alright, let's back up again. My biggest concern is these guys wander off into the woods, and it's going to be really hard to fight them and get them out of the woods. So I don't want that to happen. Which I guess we could fix by just honking and pulling them in very quickly before too much time has elapsed. So let's see, how big is this crowd? Yeah, see, the crowd's not that bad. Six rounds in that one. Gotta get them when they're on the ground, too. Yeah, those are the easy ones. Alright, another reload. Oh, we got a half mag. I wish it reloaded the most full one that you have instead of the least full. I don't know why it does that. Here we go, we gotta reload again. Oh, we are all the way out. Alright, so... do we have a machete? I was gonna say, it's kind of a big enough group I could justify using the machete. I've got a few machetes saved up, and that's already at level 10 as well. That's a one-tap for anything. So that might be an option as well. Okay. Well... yeah, see, it's getting late already. The previous day, I had just finished clearing the other town. Hey, G, what's going on, man? Hundreds of hours. Yeah, it's all about, like, what goals you set up. Like, if you have a goal that you're interested in trying to accomplish, I think that helps keep your interest a little bit. But yeah, if you're just kind of randomly playing, it's really hard to stay interested. Oh, he's gonna reload again. Like, in this one, the goal is to try and clear the whole map, which is pretty insane. Oh, we gotta... here. Oh, man, he went into the fog right when I took the shot. Let's just switch to the knife. Actually, we gotta check and see how big the group is. Yeah, it's too big. Let's just get out again. How far out are they? Shoot, they're gonna go right into the temporary base, which I don't really want. So maybe we just back up all the way, see what happens. It's way too early to go to sleep. I'll probably try and fix my sleep schedule tonight by going to bed maybe around 1 or 2 when we're halfway tired, and then we'll probably wake up around 6. Ideally, I like to wake up around 5 or 6, because it's still dark. We can spend maybe an hour or so traveling to the area where we're gonna fight. and then by the time we get there, it's time to go. But doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. I'm going to stop using the rifle. So, yeah, Colton, it's pretty tough. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's really not that hard, but it's definitely hard. The learning curve is pretty steep. So, alright, they are still wandering this way. But that's only, yeah, see, that's an isolated group. We can definitely handle this, no problem. So let's just get in there. Also, one thing, if they get too close to you, you're going to shove them. That's like one of the worst things in this game is it automatically takes your character over and makes you shove people. You do not want to shove zombies. It's a horrible, horrible idea. Especially, I mean, if it's by themselves, it's not a big deal. But if there's multiple zombies, you don't want to shove. So what you do is you aim away, you start your attack, and then you drag it into him so that the attack actually starts over here and then ends on your zombie. So that's one of the techniques I've kind of figured out as I've killed 200,000. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the weapons, I feel like the shotgun clears hordes pretty fast. All the other ones, not really. It's almost like you'd almost be better off just using melee weapons. It's nice that the noise attracts them so that you don't have to spend as much time honking and doing all that stuff. But in terms of effectiveness, I feel like the weapons are kind of underwhelming in this game, other than the shotgun, just in my opinion, when you compare them to like the melee. So let's go back up and see if we can clear. We're going to start shouting and try and get everybody out of the woods, because like I said, I have a feeling they're going to venture off into the woods. I really don't want that. I guess maybe we should have brought the truck. We could honk, be a little bit louder. But it's alright. Okay, here we go. We're back to kind of a decently populated area. Do I have... Oh, shoot, I don't have a backup weapon. Yeah, this knife is not going to last. Zero chance it lasts this many. Okay, we're just going to line ourselves up so we can get easy hits without really being in range. Yeah, see the knife's starting to fall apart. And you generally don't want to stop to let them catch up. It's better to strafe to let them catch up, because if you stop, you run the risk of standing still and shoving them. Your character just gets stuck in place. It's really annoying. So what I typically do is I'll strafe sideways to get that part done. Yeah, see, we don't have a weapon now. Let's see if we can find something. That's alright. We got some in the back of our truck. We'll just get it from that. Yeah, I'll probably make a grandma guide to Zomboid and try and make it as easy as possible to follow. Because, like I said, the game is really... It's not that it's difficult, it's very punishing. How about that? I think that's a good description, because... Like, the mechanics, like combat, is pretty straightforward. The survival mechanics are pretty straightforward. There's just a lot to learn. And if you make any mistakes, you're going to be in real trouble. So, like I said, I don't know that it's necessarily that difficult. It's just extremely punishing. So that can be challenging especially for newer players. Let's get our knife out. Yeah, I guess we will probably sleep at our temporary base for tonight. And then we still have cereal. Let's go ahead and eat again, get our calories all the way up so we can start gaining weight again. We are at 78 even. This will put us into the positive again. So do that. Come on. Alright, so we want to keep going up and down and shouting. Are there even that many zombies? Yeah, this is on 16x. Yeah, there's about 950 on the normal map, but you got to remember they actually expanded. So if you look at these areas, like up here, where the map is supposed to end, there's a lot. There's a lot of zombies up here. Same thing down here, where the map is technically supposed to end. There's a lot of zombies up here as well. If you look at like a heat map, it only shows you the zombies that spawn inside the playable area, but you can actually go outside that. And it also, yeah, you're right. It also doesn't include the indoor ones. So the indoor ones, I mean, there's not a lot in each one, but you can see I've cleared out literally every single building. And you pick up, you know, a couple hundred, couple thousand in a town, maybe something like that. So it adds up. Really, it's these ones that and also the random road encounters, those help as well. But I don't know, we'll see. This one out here, there's just endless hordes of zombies out here in the middle of nowhere, which, like I said, it doesn't get accounted for when you look at those heat maps that tell you how many zombies are on the map. So those are not, I mean, they're accurate for the playable area, but they're not accurate for the whole map as it currently stands. I think. Again, I could be off on that, but I'm pretty sure because I've seen them and they definitely don't account for those. So, oh, you know what? Let's not, yeah, see, they're starting to go off into the woods. I really don't like that. I'd rather fight them all as one giant horde than having them potentially sneak up behind me or have to stop and get out of my truck every 2 seconds to take them out. That's really annoying. Let's go and fight them back on the road, because I also don't... It's kind of hard to see on the grass. I think maybe during the day we'll use a little bit of... Yeah, see, that's bad. Once you start doing the shoving, you know you gotta back up again. I think maybe I'll use half rifle, half knife or something. Maybe I'll use 1 or 2 mags of the rifle to get them interested, and I'll finish them off with the knife. So. You wish your job was playing Zomboid? Yeah, honestly, most of your time, if you decide to do something like this, most of your time is spent... No, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of it is spent doing things other than playing. Like making thumbnails, editing. Editing is huge. So, if you don't like editing, this is not going to be a fun job for you. Yeah, I would say it's probably like maybe 70% non-playing and then 30% playing. If you were to like calculate how much time is spent on different things. Go. Level 9 nimble. Yeah, it's pretty close to 10 too. We're almost halfway. Sprinting needs to catch up, so yeah, we'll do some more sprinting too. Oh, and also sneak. We'll use sneak once we get into town. I know sneak's really easy to level. That's why I didn't really worry about it too much. Yeah, see, I don't like this at all. So 2 a.m. I'm actually gonna go back and sleep after this. And then we'll just use the truck. We'll get them back off. See, they're starting to go off into the woods, and I don't like to do that. I'd rather just... Whatever the horde is what we'll deal with. So they don't have a chance to even get off into the woods. Oh, that was really bad. That was really bad. Yeah, you never want to walk into them and accidentally get stuck shoving. I was trying to strafe sideways, but it didn't work out. Okay, we'll take it. Got another knife down. So, yeah, that's fine. We'll leave the rest for tomorrow. We'll come back and clear this out. Will you continue AZ? Yeah, that one's going to continue on the weekend. Today's going to be a short stream, and I don't, I don't really like to do those, the story-driven ones in short bits, because then people are having to find the videos. And, you know, I'd rather have them all as like an 8-hour video, maybe 3 or 4 of them, rather than 10 2-hour videos. So I'm going to save it for the weekend when I know I have at least like 8 to 10 hours to dedicate to it. But yeah, that one's going to continue until it's done. Do you use the tool editing? Wait, hey, give me 1 second. I'm so worried I'm gonna like run into somebody and get bit here. Like I said, if this run gets borked because I'm, you know, reading chat, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. So give 1 second. I do have water set up here, so we're good. Got some backup stuff. Not really anything we need. Let's smoke and go to bed, and then I'll catch up on chat here. Do you use that tool to speed up the game like in Bannerlord series, or are you speeding the video with editing in your 24 videos? Oh, you mean like cutting out the silences? Hey, the one. What's up, man? Yeah, I generally, for anything that's long form, I will use the program that helps cut silences out. So that kind of speeds it up a bit. I'm not sure if that answers your question, but let's go ahead and reload all this stuff. Yeah, see, this actually slows things down. It seems like using a weapon is faster, but I feel like the shotgun is faster. This is quite a bit slower. Let's go ahead and unbox these. There we go. Gotta have guts to to read with a character like that. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, at this point, if I die before getting there, I wouldn't be that upset because I've already done this so much. I'm kind of, not that I'm tired or bored of it, but I already know the new patch is going to come out, and I'm not going to be done with this thing, and it's going to cost me a lot because I'm not going to be able to cover the new patch. Or I guess I could update and then go back. I just don't want to take a risk that it like screws the whole save. So it's kind of like, yeah, I guess if it ends, that's fine. I'll just do a new series. This is like a very stupid challenge for me to do because of how long it takes. Like, I could do 10 smaller challenges and get probably 5 or 6 times the revenue and views and attention, all that, whatever you want to call it, instead of doing this massive one. Because, yeah, this one would get a lot of attention, but not relative to the amount of time it takes me to do it. So, yeah, this one is max out stats. We're almost there. I'll show you in a sec. Or if you rewind a little bit, it show the stats. Here, I'll leave this in the corner. So yeah, we're just about maxed in this one. This one's going to be a true maxing, other than maybe reloading. That may be the only one that doesn't get done just because of how stupid it is. That's such a dumb stat. Let's go ahead and get some shots off. And then as they get close, we'll probably just pull out the knives. Oh wow. So many jams. I feel like... I mean, I do know guns jam, but I don't think they would jam that much in real life unless they're really, really poorly taken care of. Let's keep an eye out behind us. Seems fine. Yeah, I gotta do fishing. I was planning on doing fishing once I get to a town that has water nearby. The only thing is, towns... I don't really need food in towns. Okay, come on. I have a really big hunting spot, so trapping I can do in like 2 or 3 days if I really focused on it. Fishing, it'll take a little while. I was hoping to use it in like a wilderness area where there was no food to be had, like a supermarket or pantry to raid. Oh, there we go. It's getting hits. I'm gonna close this now because it's getting in the way. I haven't played with sprinters. That's going to be my next set of challenges after this one, I think. I might do one more in between. I don't know. There's one, I want to see how many kills I can get with bare hands. So I'm curious to see if I can get like 10k or more, just, you know, non-stop. That's literally the only thing I'll focus on. So no crafting, no skill, nothing. Just straight up beating people with bare hands. So I don't know. I might do that. I might not. I might skip it and go to sprinters. We'll see. Yeah, partial spinners. That sounds like an interesting idea. That would even out the challenge a little bit more. How close are we? We need 61 more. 61 more and we'll be there. I haven't played 7 Days to Die, but it does look interesting. Window stomping. Oh, some of it would be window stomping. Yeah, I would imagine a lot of it would probably be. And I think some of it would be, if they're small enough groups, I would just hand fight them. Hey, Bull. What's going on? Oh. Let's actually, because we've got a little bit of peace and quiet, let's go ahead and reload some. Oh, we're getting interrupted here. And that weapon's not really good at close range. I should have gotten my backup. I just didn't want to overburden myself with all the weight. Actually, we might be able to handle these from this range. I just don't want to shoot them on that side of the road, so I guess we'll just wait. As soon as they touch that yellow line. I'm trying to keep those two bottom lanes open. How are we doing? 30 more. Or 40 more. And calories are doing okay. I'm gonna deal with hunger with some chips, because they don't use up quite as much. And they still give you a lot of calories, so that's good. Gotta get our weight up. Let's go ahead and repack some of the mags. Yeah, 2 of these need it. Oh, we're out of... Man, we run out of ammo pretty fast. And I feel like it doesn't really kill nearly as many as the shotgun does. I went through a couple thousand shotgun shells already, so... Like the previous town, March Ridge, was almost exclusively... Well, no, not almost. I would say more than half were killed with shotgun shells. So, that was pretty fun. Let's go ahead and move up a little bit. Yeah, I'll be yelling, seriously. All this guy does is yell, honk, and make noise with the guns. So let's keep pulling people out of the sides. Like I said, I really don't want them to get far away. So we'll try and keep them close to this area. I don't know if they're going to come out of the wood line here. It might. Well, that's not what I was hoping for. Oh, wrong side. That's right. I should have turned it around before I did that. Tree bench, I don't have a schedule yet, but I'm going to do, like I said, I'll stream on Saturdays for sure. I'll get another long one in, and I'll start. So I'm on the West Coast. It's a PST. It'll probably start around 11, 10, between 10 and 11, depending on how long it takes my kids to get ready and out the door. Yeah, unfortunately, they're kind of all over the road. Which is not really what I was hoping for. I want them to stay on this northern side, or the western side. Yeah, he's just shooting everything else, except for the person I want them to. So, like I said, unfortunately, I probably have to use a mix. Actually, what I should do is, instead of this, maybe the rifle is better in the car. Just do long-range shots. And then I feel like the pistol would do better here, because I could pretty much one-tap everybody with the pistol, as long as I let them get close enough. This is kind of risky going past the truck, but should be alright. Really don't want to shove people. And yeah, if I start shoving people, it means I'm messing up big time. That's like the most vulnerable part. If we need to, we could use that guy's axe. He's got an axe in the back of his, on his back. We do have all the melee skills max, so pretty much anything that gets dropped is going to be a really good backup weapon. So I guess we'll hang on to it for now. Actually, now would be a good time to use the gun. And we can ease the burden on our knife. This gun is pretty frustrating to use. I think it probably has more to do with how many zombies there are. And it just, for whatever reason, it just aims right past where you're trying to hit. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where. It doesn't really matter where I put the cursor. It's just. I think it's gonna get me killed if I keep trying to use it. So I'll find a way. I'll find a way to make it useful, because I have a lot of ammo for it. So I still do need to use it, but I much prefer the closer ranged weapons. And I feel like I can manage the targeting better. Well, I know for a fact we hit 200k, so yay, 200. Switch that up. And the only thing with the knife that's a little risky is the hit distance is a little weird. If you're too close, you're gonna shove. If you're too far away, you're gonna miss. So it's very finicky, but once you kind of get a rhythm going, it's not too hard. Why is my thing going everywhere? I did see some... There we go. I was going to say, I did see a knife on somebody here. So we do have a hunting knife coming our way. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Dude, are you kidding me? That'd be funny if I got bit. Trying to stomp somebody on the ground like that. If the game decided, no, you're not close enough. That look over the shoulder, actually, the look over the shoulder is to save me. It's actually not a death trap. Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, so the reason I do that, here, watch, if I'm too close, I can't do it against one person because he's going to auto-stab. If you're too close, you shove. So what you do is you turn sideways, you start the attack, and then you turn back in. And so even though you would normally be too close to attack, you end up stabbing instead of shoving. Yeah, it's very, very useful, especially for the knife, where, like I said, the range is really weird. Yeah, it's a technique I've used for dozens and dozens of hours. I wouldn't call it a death trap. It's actually, like I said, if you don't use it, you are gonna die. You will eventually shove into a crowd, and then you're just gonna get killed. So, in my opinion, it's actually safer to do it that way than to not use it. Yeah, so this way we gotta back up a little bit. Yeah, you might be right. I think maybe if you have very low nimble, it's probably not a good idea to do it. I haven't tested it on low nimble character. I'm gonna probably do that when I start working on guides for this game, but I'm trying not to take on too many projects, so I want to finish this challenge first before I do anything else. The problem is this one's gonna take like, I think it's another 500-600 hours. So this is gonna be a big one. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do from now on, I'm probably gonna go back after this, back to the base, and take maybe a nice 9mm loadout. Because if I do that, I think I can do the rifle long distance, and once they start to swarm, I'll switch to the 9mm. And then once that's too much, I'll switch to the knife. So it's kind of like a staggered approach. Because I do still need to max out aiming, so I don't want to do too much melee combat. I know I've mostly been doing melee combat. That's just because I'm not confident in the gun right now. I know I'm going to make a mistake and just get bit. So I'd rather just be safe and use what I'm more comfortable with. Will you try again if you die? Paul, probably not. Probably not. This was a really big challenge, and I knew it was going to take a long time, but I didn't realize it was going to take over 1,000 hours. So... yeah. Oh, you thought I was trying to check my sides. Yeah, so what happens is... so let's say this zombie right here is this distance. If I attack, he's just going to shove. So what you do is you start your attack over here, and before your attack gets off, you turn it back in so that you actually are able to get an attack off. Because anytime you shove somebody, you're wasting your stamina. You're not getting any damage out, you're just wasting your stamina. Also, when you shove, there's a chance that you just stop moving and you just do you stay in place. And if you have a big crowd around you, you're just going to immediately die. You immediately get killed. So, yeah, movement is your best friend in melee combat. You never want to be standing still when you attack. So anyways, that's kind of the reasoning behind that. Love your Mandalore content. Hey, thanks, Paul. And thanks for stopping by to the stream. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today. I figured I'd just do a short one. Like I said, we'll hit... did we hit 200? Yeah, 200. 200. We went over by 130 already. That's just how this... that's how 16x works, man. It's like... you don't really get kills in small packs. It's like 1 or 2,000 at a time. It's kind of wild. Like, when I first started playing, I used to think, oh, wow, I just got 100 kills, and I thought that was a lot. But, yeah, this is a lot. Hey, Gaming Monkey. So yeah, we're working our way back into the town. We definitely poked the hornet's nest, and they're all kind of starting to come out. So yeah, see, like that one, that what I just did right there, that would have turned into a shove if I didn't do that. And again, shoving is really bad because number one, it doesn't do any damage, so you're just wasting, you're trading your stamina for nothing, right? If I'm gonna attack somebody, I'd rather at least get some damage in. And then number two, shoving is like the worst. It's really, really dangerous unless there's only one. If they're by themselves, shove away, but if they're not, you should definitely not be shoving. Because the odds of you just standing still to shove and then you can't move back while you're doing it is pretty high. The game just takes over your character and you can't do anything about it. So. Alright, here we go. We got some stragglers on the side here. I'll probably fire the gun off. See if we can get them interested in. Alright, so let's dump a mag. Oh wow, that gun ran out of durability really fast. We just barely started using it yesterday. Like in-game days, and it's already dead. Yeah, see, like that shove was really bad. Definitely don't want to do that. Push this from the side here and try and let them hurl into me. Ooh, there we go. We don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to shove without a weapon. That's like the worst one. See, like this guy, he's too close. So I have two options. I can turn around and run, or I can do the little side peek stab. And I would much rather just keep stabbing. So they get kind of close. Ooh, what kind of knife? If they've got machete, I definitely want it. We want to collect as many machetes as we can, because those things are absolute monsters. Alright, we come in, let's just back off a little bit. Yeah, the only way you survive a challenge like this is if you just play like you're terrified of anything the whole game. You have to, if you get confident, you're gonna die. So I'm gonna play like a coward. Like if I'm not comfortable, I'm just gonna back up and do something I'm comfortable with. Even though I know I'll probably be fine 99% of the time. But you know, when you're killing, or you're trying to kill 1,000,000 zombies, you need a near 0% chance of getting killed, because anything close to, even if it's like 0.01% chance, you're gonna run into those situations enough times to where it's gonna happen eventually, and you're gonna get killed. Just because of the way the numbers work out. Okay, let me catch up on some chat. Which melee weapon is the best with max stats in your opinion? Is it the short blade? Well, so I feel like short blade is one of the best for sure. If you're trying to kill large hordes, if you're trying to kill them fast, then probably the machete. I like the machete, or you know, obviously the katana, but those are a bit more rare. So I would say the machete. It's a little bit more common, because the machete is guaranteed one tap at high skill, even if you're. So, like, there's different damage stats depending on where you're at in your swing. So, like, if somebody's really close to you, it's going to do less damage. If you're, like, if the zombie's off angle from you and you hit him, you're going to do less damage. If you're injured, you're going to do less damage. If you're tired or fatigued, you're going to do less damage. The machete mostly doesn't care about any of that, especially at max. You're just going to one-tap everybody just about every single time. So... for speed, machete. For longevity, the knife. Yeah, I would say that. The only problem with machete, like this group, there's no way I could do this all in one go. I would have to run and rest while I'm doing it. Yeah, over encumber's not that big of a deal, as long as I don't let it get out of hand. 23 is fine. 23 out of 20 is not a big deal. Yeah, so if you look at the debuff, it gives you some debuffs, but really at this stage it doesn't matter. We're doing enough damage. Our attack speed's fast enough. It literally doesn't make a difference. If we go to the next level of Overencumbered where you're constantly losing stamina, that's a problem. But the first level, the first stage of Overencumbered isn't a big deal. Just make sure you don't, like, jump over fences fast, because you'll probably trip and die. And try not to run through zombies, because they'll trip you and you'll die. Hey, Kevin, where are the zombie guides? I know. I was trying not to get too distracted. I wanted to finish this challenge first, but, oh yeah, we're getting, wheezy because we've been around the bodies too much. That's the problem with doing it like this, is they're spread out. It's kind of hard to get fresh air. So when you get a situation like this, you have to go out into the woods, which is not usually a good idea, but you got to do what you got to do. So we're going to go out here. Now, if you hold your attack button, your, I don't know what you can call this, the readiness button, like your combat stance, you can walk through trees at the exact same speed as if they weren't there. The only time you slow down is if you let go and you try and walk through it. You do that little animation where you wade through it. So just make sure you keep your attack up all the time. And then we're just going to sit for a little bit. Actually, we don't need to sit. Our stamina's good. We just need to get fresh air. Dump our knife here. Let's eat some chips and get our calories back up. The stream will last till tomorrow? No, I don't know. When I say to... Actually, I've already got 200k. So we just hit it recently. 200,231. So we're there. Let's go ahead and clear out some more around the truck, but let's do it on this north side, or the east side. West side. Jeez, I'm all over the place in the directions today. And I'm gonna drop this. Let's get rid of the hand axe. I think we don't need it. We can grab a couple more hunting knives. Yeah, see, I have a katana, I've got a backup machetes, and an axe. The axe is pretty good too, actually, but it just uses a lot of stamina. That's the problem. Man, I'm so annoyed that this gun sucks. I've never used it before, so this is the first time I've ever used this gun on stream. And I'm not impressed with it at all. Oh well. Yeah, let's use some of the ammo. I'll probably drop the gun in base or something. It's not too bad, actually. It's not a solid... As long as it's not like a solid wall for a very, very long distance, we're good. Yeah, this thing's gonna start jamming all the time now because of the low durability. Yeah, it definitely wasn't in 1 hour. This is a campaign that I've been working on for quite a while. That would be pretty impressive, though. Yeah, I don't even think you could do that with fire. I think you'd probably max out at maybe a couple tens of thousands if you were to use fire in a massive city. Then I feel like your CPU would burn down before you finished it, if you had that many. Hey Jack, I'm going to be streaming that again on the weekend. This is just short stream. I didn't want to do the campaign, the Bannerlord campaign, unless I've got a good 8 hours to dedicate to it. Today's going to be like a 2-hour stream, 1 to 2 hour. I just want to do a quick update on this. Because, oh man, we're getting sick again. We have plenty of time before we'll actually get sick from it, but... Okay, we're doing okay. As long as nobody's behind us, we should be just fine. How's this horde looking? Yeah, they're starting to. I need to stop shooting because they're just getting drawn in. Let me use the rest of this mag, and I'll switch over. All right, back to the knife. Old faithful. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I've killed over 100,000 with just the hunting knife alone. So... There we go. Yeah, the challenging part becomes clearing houses and buildings. That's really where the big risk comes from. Doing this stuff out in the open, once you get a decent enough stats, it's really not much of a challenge. I guess the challenge is just getting bored and rushing it. I feel like that's where most of the risk is in this challenge. Just getting bored. When are NPCs? I think they said they're going to focus on NPCs in the next patch. So this patch right now that they're working on right now is going to be crafting and animals. And then they said they were going to work on NPCs. But that's, I mean, this patch isn't even out yet. It's probably not going to come out this year. It'll probably be out next year. So I wouldn't even think about NPCs for a while. Just like get it out of your head. Yeah, it's probably like 2 or 3 years out, if I had to guess. So we'll get to play with the crafting system and hunt, do some actual hunting. So, in case anybody was curious, here's some basic mental math. I think when I start doing these big towns, if I'm using a good melee weapon, I could usually get through about 700 to 800 kills in a day. Let's say 500 to 600, just to give a little bit of leeway and be conservative. So 500 to 600 kills per day. If I'm using like shotguns, which isn't going to be that often because I already blew through all my shotgun shells. And I think firearm maybe speed it up a little bit, so let's say maybe 1,000. Something like that. To get to 1,000,000, oh, and then every day takes roughly 45 minutes to do a full day, start to finish. Assuming I don't speed up the thing too much. Like if I'm resting on the floor, usually you don't burn through a lot of time when you're doing fighting because you can't. Usually the time skip happens when you're reading and doing stuff like that. We gotta go out in the woods, by the way, and get some fresh air. We're gonna get sick. We were in that for a decent amount of time. I think this is probably far enough away. Let's go ahead and eat. But anyways, yeah, so let's say 500 kills. 45 minutes. So at 500 kills, just a straight 1,000,000 would be, what, 2,000 days? So that'd be 450 minutes, so 900 minutes. Yeah, no. I think my math is wrong. I think it's 450 minutes. Anyways, it's gonna take a long time. To say the least. It's gonna be like a 2,000 day challenge, roughly, is my guess. And we're barely on day 600 and something. So yeah, it's not looking pretty. This thing's really dragging along. Let's get these guys out. I don't mind fighting on this side because it's off the road. Nothing interesting. Like I said, we'll stay down here just so we can continue to get fresh air. We just smoke. You have a butter knife, that's gonna help us. It's really satisfying getting one tap with the knife though. I'll say that. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna deal with the sickness for a little bit. We only have a couple more hours before we're gonna have to go back and sleep anyways, so let's just tough it out. Okay, not bad. Let's go back into the fresh air. It's getting kind of dark, so I'm going to have to really pay attention here and kind of ignore chat for a minute, so I apologize. But like I said, I don't really want to throw away 600 hours. Accident. Oh, wow. She's got a helmet. Yeah, that was stopping her knife a bit. This one has a knife. Let's get that in case we burn through it. Oh, get back for a truck in time. Yeah, see, this is what I really wanted to avoid. I should have just done it the way I usually do it instead of using this stupid rifle. I had a feeling that might happen if we couldn't handle them all at once. Typically, what I'll do is I'll honk the horn, and I'll just deal with the entire horde before any of them can get away, and it's not that big of a deal. But in this case, we had to run, and then anytime you run, they lose sight of you. They will eventually just wander off. So then now we got to deal with these. We got to deal with these guys all in the forest, and it's just kind of a mess. But that's all right. It's definitely a mess I'm used to at this point. Done it many times, and that's why I'm saying I knew better. Thought I heard something. Alright, there's still a few up here. Yeah, what I need to do at this point is I need to create kill zones. So typically what I'll do is I'll kind of create areas where I'll lure people in, and I'll just kill all of them in that area, and then I'll keep the other areas clean so I have fresh air. Or I'll create like this. I'll create one side will be the bodies, the other side will be clean. So I'll do that. There's a few other techniques that I've kind of come up with, but yeah, corpse sickness is a real big problem in this one. If you let it get out of hand, if you just kind of take them down wherever they are, then it's a bit of a problem. All right, I don't want to do too much more fighting like this. This is really dark. And like I said, it's not a big extra risk because I've done it a lot, but it's one of those risks that there's no need. I can just come back tomorrow and do it. It's no big deal. I see like this. I'm not even gonna play with it. Just back up. Do it the safe way. The safe and boring way. what I probably should be doing is I should be doing like actual speed runs. Like maybe I'll try and speed run getting 10,000 kills barehanded or something. That might be fun. And then I'm really pushing hard and taking a lot of risks, but then I'm also not risking a, you know, 600-hour playthrough. Maybe that's the way to do it. I'm curious. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll get to that chat in a sec. I'm trying not to take my eyes off of this. I do see you though. There we go. Hopefully that's it. We can head back. Actually, did we even get our... Yeah, we did go to the truck. All right, let's go back to the truck. I think we're good. Here, I'm gonna jump on chat here in just a second. Okay, let's get out of here. So, I mean, that's a good start. We got a couple thousand kills so far out of it, I think. Or at least 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000 actually. So that's a decent start. Like I said, there's probably maybe not 100. Yeah, there actually might be 100,000 in this town. There's a lot. Muldra is very, very populated when you do 16x. So, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'll probably in the stream after this one. I want to chat for a little bit, and then I need to go back and redo all the equipment because this weapon sucks, man. Or at least the way I'm using it sucks. I probably need to find a better way to utilize it. But as of right now, it's just not that good. So let me catch up on some chat. Hey, Captain Vodka. Can't you upgrade the stats for melee weapons? I don't know anything in the game. Not really. Not really. So, yeah, the weapons are kind of the weapons. We got a straggler here. Yeah, we can't leave them because crashing into them will damage the car. And I generally don't like to watch when I'm driving. I'd rather just drive. Leave it on autopilot or on cruise control. Definitely not going to leave them here. Typically... Oh, wow, there's more... What the heck are you guys doing here? I'll pull them off the side of the road. So each weapon will have a certain amount of damage, and depending... The condition doesn't really make a difference either. The only thing that affects your damage is really your stats, your personal character stats. And then also how you use the weapon. So, like, if you hit them at each weapon has, like, a sweet spot. If you're too far away, or if you're too close, you're not going to get good damage. If you're not aimed at them properly, like, if you're off to the side and you still hit them, you're not going to get a good hit. But, yeah, pretty much the weapon is the weapon. You can't really do much to it. And even as it degrades, it's still going to do the same amount of damage, so... Really, the only thing you got to worry about is increasing your character skill. So, at this rate, assuming 600 days passed, less than 10 years. Less than 10, yeah, 10 years. I really hope it doesn't take 10 years. It's definitely not going to take 10 years. Because you got to remember the early game is a bit slower than the late game, so there is some kind of a increase in efficiency as you get into the later stages. But I don't know that it's like an exponential curve. I feel like it will go faster now that we've got all our stats maxed out. But how did you get queasing the roads? Well, it's because it lasts. So there's like a meter that builds up, and if you stay in it long enough, you will build up that meter for a while, and it takes time for that meter to drain. So as long as you're in the clean air, it'll eventually drain out. There it goes. It just popped off. So yeah, you got to be careful when you're in the nasty air. If you're in it for a long time, just expect that it's going to be with you for a while until it completely decays out to 0. So even like right now, it's not showing, but we still have it in our system. So if we were to wait like an extra 5 minutes, it would decay to 0 for sure. But if we were to go right back into it right now, it would turn back on almost instantly because it's still, the meter's still pretty close to the trigger warning. So. All right, Okay, so I really am not impressed with this M14 rifle. I don't know if I want to use this many rounds. I may just save it for another time. Or what I might do, actually, maybe what I'll do is take less mags. Yeah, let's take less mags so it's not weighing us down so much. And I want to spend more time with some of the pistols. That 9mm pistol holds 15 rounds, so it's actually pretty decent. So let's go ahead and restock or repack all these mags. It popped in while you're on the road. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, we haven't had bodies there in quite a while, so it shouldn't have popped in there. So if it did, it might have been a graphical glitch or something. Go boost new mag. Now, what we need to do is find another gun that we can pull off and use for spare parts to go. I've got quite a bit of savings, as you can tell. We got 15 of these things. The worst quality condition is this one. I'm just going to grab this and use it for repair. So let's repair it. It's going to chew up that one. It's going to give us 70% repair. There we go. So we just repaired it. It chewed up the old one. But we're back to pretty good shape here. I am going to actually get rid of some of these mags. Actually, what I should do, let's unload. I only want to keep like maybe 3 mags, including the one that's in the gun. And we'll put these other ones back. So now we got to find a spot where we can actually fit it. Yeah, these are all empty. We'll throw these back. There we go. So that should lighten our load a decent amount. Not really, actually. Also, we have this M36. I don't think we have any ammo for that one, though. So if you look in here, here's the stockpile of ammo that we have. And keep in mind, I still have another almost 90 boxes of ammo in the trunk. So I've been saving up a lot. I do want to use the 308 just because we have so much of it, but yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's an auto loot for Zeds, correct. Did you share your stats? Hey, Franco, yep. I'll leave it on the screen while I do with this stuff. Leave that there. So yeah, what do I want to do here? Yeah, I still think using these is fine. I'm gonna get rid of this because this uses a 38 special. We don't really have that much. Yeah, I tried to use most of the 38 special already because that was like the test gun, the experimental gun. So let's get rid of that. I have to find a one that has room. Here we go. All right, so I do want to use probably just the 9mm. Wait, do I? Oh, it's because I don't have... Yeah, I forgot. Okay, go to this one. Yeah, the M9. Here we go. We have a lot of M9s. I thought I had one that was all tricked out. Where did I... Let me just double check. I might have had it in my truck. Yeah, so I've got all these M16. I was going to use these to practice reloading, though, not for actually using. So... Almost maxed out. Yeah, it's going to take a while. But it's getting close. Yeah, the ammo gets super heavy. Really, really heavy. I was carrying about 300 to 350 shotgun shells, and it was pretty much maxing out with the military backpack and on my main. So it gets heavy really fast. Alright, I don't see that we have anything tricked out. I know I for sure had a pistol that was all maxed out. So what I'm going to do instead is, let's go ahead and add some stuff. We want to get some upgrades on this thing. So we have the iron sights. I think iron sights is probably fine, just because we're going to be using it mostly for close range. So iron sights is fine. Laser for sure. Actually, you know what? The red dot would be even better than the iron sights. And then, I don't know what else can fit on that pistol. I don't think much else, actually. Yeah, I don't think we can get Anything else on this? Yeah, let's go with that. So we are going to trick this thing out a little bit. So let's go ahead and upgrade it with the laser. I'm going to go ahead and remove the iron sights, and that should give us room to put the red dot on. Yeah, I'd rather have the red dot than the iron sights, actually. And then we can put that back. Now, we do need some mags, and this is going to be the M9 mag. I think we don't need too many of these, because like I said, I don't want to rely on reloading too often. So let's just maybe grab like 5 of them. We got to get some 9mm here. We have, how much 9mm? 149 boxes, so we got quite a bit. Let's get like maybe 30 kilos worth. Yeah, something like that should be fine. So we'll put this in our truck. There we go. It actually fit in the truck. Perfect. That is perfect. I'm going to grab maybe like, is that 7 of these, 8 of these? And let's just unbox. We need to load these up. Go. Let's go ahead and reload. Looks good. We got the laser pointer on there. And then we probably have... Oh, it didn't have a mag. Yeah, that's right. It didn't have a mag. So that works. So we got 4 on us. 2 there. We're going to be slightly overburdened. Oh, no, we won't. Because we'll put this in our... Yeah, that backpack. I think maybe we'll throw 1 extra mag in here. And that'll put us underneath the limit. So hunting knives, mags, we got everything. We got everything. Fishing, I guess. Yeah, seriously. Where is there left to do at this point in the playthrough? Archie, so I'm trying to hit 1,000,000 kills. So we have a long way to go. And I'm also trying to clear the whole map. So if you look at the map here, I've cleared out... I started in Rosewood, cleared that out. I cleared the prison and the military base and a bunch of zombies in the woods here. And then I checked every single building in the valley area. You can see there all the roads are uncovered. All the buildings have been checked. Same thing up here. I went to this big country club, cleared that out. Riverside's cleared all the way up here. There's still some zombies on the edge of the map. I'm not counting these until the end. If I need to hit them for 1,000,000, I'll go back and do that. But yeah, there's still a lot to do. Marsh Ridge I did last, and then now we're working on Muldra. So Muldra is going to be a very, very painful one to go through because there's so many. But then we've got to go West Point. There's a train station, some other things here with a lot of zombies, and then it's the big one. This is going to be a tough one, for sure, once we get to Louisville. But, you know, we'll get there eventually. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and top off our water. I haven't checked this in a while. Yeah, we're good. Actually... it's kind of low on condition. I don't want it to start a fire. Let's just grab a couple electronics. Yeah, perfect. 100%. That'll work. And let's go to bed. Ah, crap. It's already 4. Yeah, that's a problem. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to chug some vitamins so we don't have to wake up so late. I don't want to do that. Yeah, if we take vitamins, we won't have to wake up so late because it reduces the amount of sleep that we'll need. There we go. That's fine. We'll probably wake up at like 8 or 9. That should be fine. Oh, and I forgot to eat again. Let's get some food. We're gonna need to raid the food here. Also need to smoke while we're waiting. Cool base, thank you. Yeah, it's temporary. Once we get to Louisville, I'm gonna transport all this stuff. So I don't know if you know the person named Billy Mitchell. There's a lot of videos on him, and he's very well known for cheating at video games. Like he's trying to do a Donkey Kong world record. And so I came up with the idea of this campaign. I don't want to spoil the story, but essentially he's trying to collect all the arcade machines. He loves to wear American flag ties, so I'm collecting every single flag that I come across, and then one map of the U.S. because he's very proud to be American, which nothing wrong with that, but he is kind of a douche for the other stuff that he did. And then I'm collecting the pinball machines, and yeah. So fanny pack is all the necessities for medical stuff, and then patching clothing. So it's basically all the accessories, and then also marking the map. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, Donkey Kong World Conquest. I know. I started to say that. So here we go. Let's grab some food here. As you can see, I saved up quite a bit of food, so we don't have to get food for a long time if we don't want to. We just need enough until we can get into the town and start living off of that. So I think I'll probably grab some peanut butters. We have a lot of cereal and chips. Let's just grab a few of these. There we go. There's 0 fire allowed. Yeah, so there's no fire is allowed on this one because it's just not. I think it's too easy. Kind of makes the challenge not really a challenge at that point. Yeah, fire would definitely be good to have though. So we need to. Not really, actually. We don't really need to eat. We're good. He's talking about the organization, though. I gotcha. Gasoline second floor is actually pretty funny. Yeah, it works out pretty well. Works out pretty well. Like I said, this is more of a temporary base. I was really just planning on having this as a staging area. So my original base... I can show you the original base. Actually, I haven't driven through Rosewood in such a long time. I should probably do that just to see if it's clear. The original base was down by the fire department, but I killed so many zombies there that the map freezes up when I go near it, so I can't even go near it now. I can go near it, I just can't fight near it, so... But you can see there's blood everywhere. Like, literally everywhere on this map. In Rosewood, there's just blood everywhere. I killed about 34,000 zombies here in this small area. So, it's pretty rough. But you can see just... you can tell where the big battles happen, right? Oh. Okay, so there are still zombies here. They're not supposed to be. They're coming in from somewhere. Interesting. 3 of them. Alright, well, I guess we gotta go through and do some evictions at some point. Oh, dude, this is so stupid. I've cleared this town out many times. I don't know how they're still coming back. They must be coming from the edge of the map and just eventually roaming their way in. Or there must be some kind of, like, redistribution system that they're using. Because I've literally cleared a radius around this area. Like a very, very, very large radius. I don't know how this many would end up back in here. But as you can see, the closer we get to the fire department, the more it turns into like a slideshow. It's so slow. It's really hard to fight like this too. It's pretty dangerous. Like it's easy to get caught up in it. We'll drive by the fire department just for nostalgia's sake, I guess. Yeah, if I were to do this challenge again, I would definitely either turn off blood completely, or I would redo it so that rain clears it. The only problem with that is interior blood is going to still stay, and there's a lot of interior blood. So maybe I would just focus on fighting outside. And you can see, there's like busted up cars. There's our old, I had a whole farming setup up there. I still have a hunting area where I have all my meat coming from. I need to go back there at some point, but is there perhaps a performance clear method? Yeah, so there's mods that will clear all the blood. So that would probably help a lot. Or I think you could just turn it off when you first start the game. Once you start the game, I think it's too late, though. Wait, did I see somebody in there? I thought I saw a zombie in there. Come out, you bastard. There should be nobody in here. Yeah, maybe not. He would have been out here by now if he was. Alright, so we should still be clear. Yeah, I don't know how some of those guys got into the middle of our town. That was interesting. Yeah, I've got my gas all the way down right now. This is just how slow the game is. It's going down. It's probably doing like 20 frames a second now. And I've had to fight some pretty big fights like this. Oh, see, I can't even turn. It's not letting me turn. Oh. If they migrate into the vast wilderness or stay in the cities. Yeah, it seems like they tend to group up around the cities a little bit, but they definitely spread out into the open areas as well. I don't know if they prefer to be in the cities, but it does feel that way. But they do absolutely go into the middle of nowhere, because I've seen them in areas where like there were none when I first started the game. But then after a while, some time went by and they were, you know, they started showing up in those areas. Okay, we're getting back into the area where there's less, a little bit less lag. You can see it's a lot easier to drive. And there we go. We're back into the clear, sort of. So that's why this area I'm trying to keep clean. There were quite a few kills here, but not nearly as many. You can see the blood stains on the floor. But really, I think... Here, let's wrap it up. Like I said, I gotta pick up my daughter. I was just gonna do like a 2-hour stream. So this base is gonna be a massive holding station where all the supplies get held for now. Eventually, once we get to Louisville, I would like to create my own base, maybe somewhere right here, because I've collected hundreds and hundreds of boxes of nails, so building a custom base is going to be pretty easy. Don't tell me you want to kill literally every zombie in the map. Yeah, with 16x zombie spawn. So I'm trying to get to 1 million on this one, Johannes. So if you look at right here, we just crossed 200K on this stream, so we're at 200,487. So not bad. Yeah, this is kind of like a supply depot. I already have like an outpost right here. This is like a temporary outpost base that I built. That's where we slept last night. But I would like to get an actual base set up over here, and it's going to fit into the storyline when I do the heavily edited video, but I need to clear out. I mean, this is just going to be super, super painful on 16x. I don't even know if it's possible. Like, the game may crash just based on how many zombies there are. So we'll see. It may not even be doable, but I'm going to try it. I'll get as far in as I can. Still got to get through Muldra. Still got to get through whatever this is, West Point. And then, like I said, there's some stuff down here that needs to get cleared out as well. I know there's a train station somewhere this way, and there's a lot, like, similar to what some of these small towns have, tens of thousands. So I've got to clear those out. But for now, we'll keep this as like a big. It's right near the road, so it's easy to get to. And so I'll probably start using, when I have to commute, I'll use these sports cars because they go about 130. These ones top out at like 80. So. Hey, Kate. Yeah, Louisville. I don't know if I'll do it inside Louisville. That's kind of a risky one because I got to clear it first. I think maybe once the full map is all the way cleared, then I will. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What happened until then, Johanna? Sorry, I missed that. I still have all the recordings. I got to edit them. I was just going to do a quick update on this because I was curious if people were even interested in seeing it. Doesn't seem like there's that many, either people at work or we'll see. Maybe the VOD will get some views, but yeah, these things take a lot of time to edit, and if I pay somebody to do it, it's pretty expensive. So like the break even point for me on these are maybe around the 100,000 view mark, and the previous one that I did is sitting at like 15 or 16,000 views. So I lost so far. It looks like I'm gonna lose probably about 700-800 bucks on that video if it doesn't start to pick up. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna at least do the heavily edited video at the end and just recap everything that happened. So, but anyways, I think that's probably where I'm gonna leave this one off. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about. We talked about kills. We talked about stats. Yeah, look at that. Even though we didn't even get that many kills, but we bumped our aiming up to halfway to level 10. So we'll have that pretty soon. Do you have a current mod list link? Yeah, I have it. If you check, shoot. If you check the Let's Play channel, check the chapter 2 video. That has a full, absolute full mod list. Actually, I think the first one does too. There should be a mod list on there. Yeah, check the description of those and it should be on there. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. I still have to get through a lot of stuff. I mean, it's definitely not easy. I almost died clearing out March Ridge. I almost died clearing this out. So I got scratched in the hand going upstairs. I was like at the very end. I almost cleared the whole place out, and I was sprinting upstairs, and there was a zombie that came down from the very, very top and got a scratch off. Luckily, it didn't turn into infection. But so, like I said, this one can end at any point, even for easy parts where it shouldn't be hard to clear. But it's just how the game is. It's always a risk. Anyways, I gotta hop off. I'm gonna go pick up my girl from school and then get to editing tonight. So. As far as Bannerlord, I know a bunch of people are asking about Bannerlord. That one's probably going to resume on Saturday, for sure. Saturday. If I get time between now and then, I'll do another stream, but probably I'll just wait till Saturday. I got a lot of editing to do, so. But I'll put that up maybe a day or two before so you can see the start time. But other than that, I think we're good here. I'm going to head off. Oh, I missed Botania Bard. Sorry, I think I missed you earlier if you're still here. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Take care, Crash, Kate, Johannes, Botania, everybody else that I missed. I'm sure I missed a bunch because I was watching and not getting bit. Take care, guys. We'll see you guys soon.